This video is not meant to scare you or make you anxious, so no FOMO. It's simply meant to get you thinking because what I have to say is really important. We often talk here about scarcity in the crypto market and also with Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency prices have changed over time Bitcoin and also Ripple XRP, which was once under a cent, as was Bitcoin, and Ethereum at $1. Then Ripple XRP rose to $1, Bitcoin to 1,000, to 10,000, to 100,000, and Ethereum to several $1,000s. And what many people overlook here, it simply takes time and patience. Many of the wealthiest people in the crypto space are very, very secretive when it comes to what they're buying and what the next big thing might be. Now just imagine you knew that Bitcoin would be huge in 10 years, really big, and the Bitcoin price would be really high. Wouldn't you tell others as well, so they could benefit from it too? But many want the biggest share for themselves, even though that doesn't always make sense in the long run. Because if you own everything, it also loses value if no one else has any of it. And in recent years, we've seen that many people who are publicly against crypto secretly bought large amounts of it. Those who were publicly against various cryptocurrencies secretly bought them. They wanted to buy as much as possible for themselves. But as I said, that doesn't always work. During market cycles, prices rise and many new people join in. And when prices then fall, many sell again and give up. And some people bought Bitcoin for $10 and then when Bitcoin rose to $100, they sold their Bitcoin. And later, Bitcoin rose to 1,000, then to 10,000, and eventually to $100,000 per Bitcoin. These people could have become incredibly rich, but they didn't believe in the future and sold. And with Ripple XRP, there are many who are against it because it is centralized, a very large portion is held by a few wallets, and Ripple XRP works together with central banks, and so on. But they fail to see that we are not playing a game of ideology here, but are in a race for freedom. But what many people overlook with crypto is this. When people take their profits from crypto, they often buy expensive cars like Lambos instead of investing in something that brings long-term profit, like real estate, for example. So please, if you make profits, think long-term and invest wisely. Many people just want to make money quickly, get rich fast, but that's not the right way to build financial freedom. And at the moment, many regular people are not in the market because the prices aren't high enough yet to make crypto attractive or to make these regular people want to invest in crypto. But that will change. Remember, time and patience are crucial in the crypto market. Hang in there and invest wisely. And there's one thing you need to know. With crypto, it's becoming increasingly difficult to own a lot of it, to have a significant amount of various cryptocurrencies, especially good ones like Bitcoin, particularly for the average person. You probably know this. When the prices of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ripple XRP go up, so many new people jump on the bandwagon and want to profit from it, want to make quick money. That drives prices even higher and even more people join in. But when prices then fall or fall again, many of these new investors often sell their coins at a loss to BlackRock, for example, and other wealthy people. And the rich people who have been playing this game for a long time take advantage of this opportunity to buy cheaply because they know that the next hype cycle will come and they will profit from it and be able to sell their cryptocurrencies at a higher price. And an analyst recently said that in the future, it will be almost impossible for an ordinary person to own 10,000 XRP. He says that you would need 20, 25, or even 30,000 US dollars for that. And that's a problem because many people simply don't have that much money. There are statistics that say half of Americans don't even have $500 set aside, let alone $5,000 or more. And if we look at Germany, almost 1 in 4 German households has no savings at all. That means it's already difficult for many people to invest in crypto, and it's only going to get harder in the future. Just imagine you bought some XRP years ago when they were super cheap, and now they're worth much, much more. But many people didn't do that, or they sold too early. And now, with prices having risen or still rising, it's getting more and more expensive to get it. And this shows how important it is to think long-term and not just be after quick profits. Because in the crypto world, patience can really pay off. Just imagine, 1 in 4 people in the US is currently using a buy now pay later system to buy groceries. That means a lot of people simply have nothing in their pockets, no money. And when I tell you that you're early in this field and that what you're collecting and buying now can make you rich, I'm not just trying to hype you up. It's simply logical when you see how people, how society, how the world is increasingly embracing this market, the crypto market. That means if people keep buying Bitcoin, at some point, there won't be any Bitcoin left available on the crypto exchanges. And experts even say that this could happen in about 2 years. And what happens then? Logically, the price could shoot up to $1 million per Bitcoin, just as analysts are predicting. The same goes for Ripple XRP. They're working with a bunch of central banks. For example, if you buy Ripple XRP today for $2 and just hold on to it, it could eventually be worth $10, $11, $15, or even $20. But that only works if you stick with it. The problem is, many people don't see money or success right away and just can't imagine that it could be better for them in the long run. Let me give you an example with gold as an asset class. Years ago, an ounce of gold cost around $700 to $800. If you had bought and held it back then, you would be much, much wealthier today. And that's the power of assets. And right now, you can see how the US dollar is losing value, while other things are becoming more and more valuable in comparison. Just think about it. For the average person, it's almost impossible to even own 100 XRP if they don't even have $500 to spare. So how is someone supposed to invest money in XRP, in Ripple XRP, Bitcoin or Ethereum? Especially when you also have to pay rent, electricity and so on, or maybe can't even pay those, or perhaps can't even afford groceries. You have to understand how lucky you are, not just compared to billions of people worldwide, but also because you're in this market, you're in the crypto market. Of course, it sounds crazy, but if you have just 0.28 Bitcoin, you're already among the top 1%. Still, most people think that's so lit. 0.28 Bitcoin feels like almost nothing. But when Bitcoin rises to a few $1 million, you'll leave others with just 0.28 Bitcoin far behind. For example, if you've invested $10,000, you're probably among the top 5% of investors in the US or Germany, because most people don't even have $500 to spare. That means think long-term, not just about quick money. One thing is certain. You are early, and what you do now can truly change your future. And if you want to do it and want to know more about it, click the link in the description below the video. If you want to build financial independence through crypto and Bitcoin, click the link. And obviously, we don't know exactly when it will happen, but at some point, the price of Ripple XRP will rise sharply, and so will the price of Bitcoin especially, as more and more money is being printed and will continue to be printed in the future. It may take another 2, 3, or 4 cycles, but it will definitely happen. And just imagine when Bitcoin becomes so expensive, when Ripple XRP becomes so expensive that most people, for example, can't even afford 0.1 Bitcoin or even 100 XRP, then they're going to regret it. But right now, they still can. Right now, it's still cheap. Right now, you can still easily buy 1,000 XRP. Right now, you can still easily buy 0.001 Bitcoin or 0.01 Bitcoin or even 0.1 Bitcoin. And the people who are getting in now and simply holding, or who got in the past and just held on, are now really wealthy. And if we're honest, how many regular people can already afford 1,000 or even 10,000 XRP? Think about Bitcoin. Even today, it's hard for many people to buy just 0.01 Bitcoin, and a tenth of a Bitcoin is about $10,000. Who can actually do that? The thing is, if Bitcoin eventually reaches several $1 million, then those who got in early have really accomplished something and built up a lot of wealth. But many people just don't see that right now, especially if they didn't get in early. There was even a tweet on X that said owning just 10,000 XRP will be impossible for 99.9% of people. And that's no joke, it's simply true. We're currently witnessing how wealth is being quietly redistributed, being shifted in the background. Many people think it has to happen loudly, with dancing in the streets and money falling from the sky, but that's not how it is. It happens quietly and secretly in the background. People are putting money into this market and securing their share of it. And I've said this many times before, and some people have also written to me that over the years, they've regularly put small amounts into crypto, for example, accumulated Bitcoin, until they reach their goal. And if they stick with it now and the prices rise the way we think they will, then they'll be rich and financially independent forever. That means nothing can stop them, and you should understand where you currently stand and what opportunity you have right now, what opportunity is being presented to you. It's still really early because we don't have $100 XRP yet, for example, or $2 million or $10 million Bitcoin. And that shouldn't make you nervous or put you under pressure. It's simply about recognizing the opportunity. Pick something you like, a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ripple, or XRP, understand how its value has developed over the past years. It's really just about buying and holding cryptocurrencies. And finally, I want to tell you that we're just about to be able to stake XRP and Bitcoin. Then you won't just be able to watch the value of these coins rise, but you'll also receive passive income from these coins without doing anything. And that will be 1,000 times better, for example, than real estate. You'll get additional income from staking while you watch yourself get richer. And there's a reason why all wealthy people are buying these coins and preparing for this development. That means if you want to benefit from this, if you want to build financial independence through crypto and Bitcoin, click the link in the description below the video. Watch the video, it's free. The important thing is that you take action.